Welcome everybody to Premier League Madness. We have got interesting topics to talk about. We have got the 3-for-1 special offer about the VAR decisions. That's right, we have got the 3-for-1 offer on the worst decisions on the Premier League weekend. We have got the M16 derby that happened on Saturday when Crystal Palace beat Brighton. The game having 3 red cards. We have got the most boring match I've ever seen this season, the Manchester derby, aka the stalemate derby. Plus, we have got to talk about Leicester Southampton's relegation problems, and we are going to go talk about the Liverpool versus Fulham match 3-1 to 3-2 to Fulham. But let's talk about the 3-for-1 special, guys. If you saw to read this weekend's 3-for-1 special, 3-for-1 special offer for the Premier League VAR use. The offer is get 3 incorrect decisions from VAR, and then you get robbed by the VAR. So basically, it's like saying, "Oh, let's just scam teams and then get paid for robbing people for the decisions we make," which is happening a lot since the dawn of time. First decision was the Lewis Skelly foul on Jack Harrison. It is a foul. Honestly, it is a foul. For me, the foul should have the foul was a foul. But, and I guess I say, hey man, that was the softest penalty to ever give in the Premier League history. Hey man, you're delusional. Hey man, are you crazy? Are you insane to think that was a penalty? It is a foul, but the referee gave it to the wrong team. Because if you look closely, it was Lewis Skelly and Jack Harrison holding on to each other. But the reason why Lewis Skelly fell down is the fact that had Jack Harrison pushed his chest, so it was Jack Harrison who made the contact than Lewis Skelly. So that decision from the referee, incorrect. 100% correct, incorrect. Foul, but free kick to Arsenal. Next one, West Ham versus Bournemouth at London Stadium, where West Ham drew 2-2 at the London Stadium. West Ham conceded 2 goals, but Bournemouth had to rely on VAR to make them get the point, which is sad, which is pathetic for the industry of football, where the referees have to rely on technology rather than using their mind, and rather than getting rat infestations running VAR, they don't actually use their mind. They don't actually use their brains. Ivan Nielsen was the first goal a goal. Yes, Kilman was in an onside position that gave Ivan Nielsen the goal, which was correct. Fine. This is where I'm pissed off. This is where I'm bloody pissed off. Because Brooks, Bournemouth player, was falling down. He dived. He instantly dived. Wan-Bissaka never touched him. He just fell over because the floor was too slippery. It was an unforgivable excuse for the referee to give that foul to Bournemouth and Van Nielsen to score. Unacceptable for that to happen. He slipped. They slipped. The reason why Bournemouth scored because the guy slipped. Barely touched him. Wan-Bissaka's the best right back in the Premier League right now. And this is the respect you give Wan-Bissaka, mate. Trent's leaving. utterly useless rat fumigation is happening in VR, and it's unacceptable. They can pay like more than £2,000 for the rat fumigations, the rats to run VR, the rats to go to Premier League football grounds, but they can't do their jobs. I think that's sad and pathetic. Don't you think it's sad and pathetic? The M16 derby, also 3 p.m. kickoff on Saturday. Interesting. I don't know why they call it the M16 derby, but it just proved my point. 3 red cards, 2 for Palace, 1 for Brighton. We have got Grehi and Nketiah fouls, the red card, and Van Heckel. I love that fact. The fact that it was like a fire is not meant to be a derby because it's based on the fact that they had this cup final match. I think it was Tony Mebury and someone else. Is interesting because Palace don't really have big rivalries. Brentford doesn't have big rivalries in London derbies. It's always Arsenal, Tottenham, Chelsea, Tottenham. You know, in West Ham we don't have the massive rivalries compared to Arsenal, Chelsea, Tottenham. Both red cards, I agree. No, sorry, the Minter, no. The goals were amazing. The Teta came back, was good. But it's just fun to watch, man. It's fun to watch. Like yes, I can understand the red card on Nketiah, and I can understand the red card on Gehi. I don't think the tackle for Kamada from Van Eckel's red card. Yes, it was from a goal scoring opportunity, but controversial. But interesting how they performed that because you have Saliba's red card. But yeah, insane match. Doomsday for Southampton Leicester. Southampton are officially relegated after losing 3-1 to Tottenham. Southampton, I've seen the Southampton team on the team that played against Tottenham, including the bench. I can only say 5 teams, 5 players in the Southampton team out of the possible 15. 5 players were making the Premier League safety. You've got Ramsdale, who's got relegated 3 times. You've got who else? You've got Sugawara. You've got Howard Bellis. You've got Suleimani. You've got good players, but there's players that will let your team down. So that's why you guys are 10 points in 31 games. Unacceptable. Leicester lost against Newcastle 3-0. Thank God, because I got Burn and Pope on my team. Leicester have not won a tournament in their last 8 home games. They have not won a match since January when they played against Tottenham at Shire Hart Lane. We all know that the stadium's called Shire Hart Lane. Yeah, I don't see them coming back in the Premier League. I don't think we're going to see them until next season. Promotion. I just think right now, Reed misguided tactics, underperforming tactics. No, he don't understand. I honestly don't understand why a manager is being in the level of the Premier League. He's by playing for Manchester United. And don't ask for the greatest manager in the Premier League history, Sir Alex Ferguson. Advice, go for advice. Get mentored from people to assume to teach. So yeah, I don't think that was a good idea for him not to follow Alex Ferguson's advice. I don't get why Lampard didn't follow Mourinho's advice. I don't know why Benitez's advice didn't work on Gerrard. It didn't work out, man. It didn't work out. Next one is Liverpool lost 3-2 to Fulham. Fulham are home. We struggled against them home. Um, Liverpool's problems is that they've got so much to focus on this season. They had the Champions League, they got knocked out by PSG. They had the FA Cup, they got knocked out by Plymouth because they used the weaker team. Wow, so they got knocked out by they lost their Carabao Cup final. The whole team underperformed. It's just that it's a hard fight to go to the Premier League having 26 match unbeaten streak. But it was a bore. It wasn't. It was an interesting game because I didn't expect Fulham to beat Liverpool. But I think right now Liverpool getting needs to get back. Salah's underperforming. Didn't really do good in the Everton match. Didn't really do good in the Newcastle Carabao Cup match. Fulham they underperformed against Fulham. So yeah. And lastly, guys, it's the stalemate derby, the Sunday football, the most boring match to watch on football. It's like watching paint dry. And you know what's funny? Even paint being drying on a wall is more fun to watch the Manchester Derby on Sunday. Even going to history class and like learning about history about 1,000 years ago, 100 years ago is more interesting than the Manchester Derby, Mancunian Derby. It was more of a stalemate. It was more of a boring game. No one really done anything. No one really pushed hard. Onana was the better man to better man of the match. United don't have the attacking force. I don't remember the last time playing and scoring in the Premier League. Xerxes hasn't been having his finishing touches in the Premier League. He's not used to the Premier League because he started last season. And yeah, it's just the reliance on Manchester United that you got Bruno Fernandes as a captain, but you just because Bruno's your captain, you need to rely on your whole team to work well, and no one really worked well. Man City definitely missed Haaland. Marmoush is a good player, but like you have to live up to Haaland's expectations. And Sunday he did not. He just didn't really do much today on Saturday. So yeah. Thanks for watching this video. Hit the subscribe button if you new. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. The next video is PSG versus Aston Villa on Wednesday. Arsenal versus Real Madrid on Tuesday. Oh, man, I don't know. I think it's Saturday. Yes, I will be doing the Liverpool West Ham match and Newcastle Mayday match. Peace. I'm out. Madness of the Premier League continues.